Folks, welcome back. I don't like making these kind of videos, but I feel like this video needs to be made. That's why you're getting it later in the afternoon on Monday instead of the morning. I actually pushed off the video I was going to release today. I had some consultation calls to do in the morning, so I'm just getting time to make this video now. And it's not made to scare you, but it is scaring me just a little bit with some of the things I'm seeing around the market and some of these emails and DMs and private messages I've been getting. Things are just starting to feel all too similar to 2021 COVID era times. And I want to make this video to help kind of protect everyone from making poor financial decisions that may end up hurting you going forward. So some of the emails and DMs and private messages I've been getting have been pertaining to their finances and things like taking more and more out of savings accounts and money markets and pouring them into Pokemon. And foregoing putting money into traditional investments because right now the stock market is at an all-time high and it just seems more risky than buying some of these Pokemon products at release because you're buying in at the ground floor, you're not buying in overhyped as people feel the stock market is. I've had people talk to me about credit cards saying, Alex, what do you think about these 0% 15-month, 0% 18-month credit cards? Surely the Pokemon products that I'm buying will be up by then, at which point I can sell them off, pay the credit card bill, pay zero interest, and have either profits or Pokemon product left afterwards, and using other people's money to do so. And hey, if it all doesn't work out, I can always just balance transfer it over to another credit card and kick the can down the road, and eventually this will be up because this stuff always goes up. I haven't had anyone reach out telling me they're mortgaging their house yet to put it in Pokemon cards, but I feel like that's coming. The way things are going, I feel like that email is coming. And it's getting me, it's anxious. It's getting me worried, right? Look, I believe in this stuff more than almost anyone out there, right? I'm probably one of the most bullish people on this market. But when I start hearing people saying they're emptying their savings accounts and they're starting to think about 0% interest credit cards and they are foregoing other investments because Pokemon seems safer, Part of me agrees, but part of me also wants to make a video kind of pouring some water on the fire and just giving an overall view and just a different take on everything, okay? I felt a lot more comfortable buying these things when the market was stable, even when the market was down. I feel a lot less comfortable when we were seeing this amount of money pour into it all at once. We're seeing 151 gain 100% value in a matter of months, right? We're seeing PSA cards go double in a matter of a couple months, right? And at first, when things started to move, I said, this seems like the market is now correcting. It seems like they're properly valuing some of these sets and some of these cards. When the Charizard went from 3 to like 400s, it seemed like that was more properly valued. I think it was low. When the 151, product started to rise a little bit, I felt like they were finally getting properly valued. The supply was running out. And so, UPCs in the 120, 130, 150, it didn't really bother me. I thought that was more realistically valued. But now seeing some of these items, like a PC ETB go for in the mid 200s, the UPC already over $200, the ETB at $100, the regular ETB, the bundles up to $60, the Charizard card going for $700 plus. It's too much, too fast, and at some point, the fire is going to start to cool down, and the market is going to stabilize, and some of these items are going to drop. Maybe restocks come, reprints come, and you are going to see a price correction. And a lot of people are going to get hurt. And a lot of people are going to be upside down. And a lot of people are going to be upside down for an extended period of time. If you were buying into 151 Japanese at the highs, you're still, down half your money. Maybe not quite half your money, but you're still down quite a bit. And it's already been months and months since the reprint. And I understand that a lot of people have this 5 to 10 year mindset they always preach. Alex, I'm going to be in this for 5 to 10 years. Well, you know what? A lot of those people that said that, they're already selling Sword and Shield. They're already doing it. I mean, I could literally go to actual people, right, that said they're going to be in this 5 to 10 years, and the same people have already been selling their Sword and Shield positions in a matter of a year or two, right? And a lot of these people that say 5 to 10 years, they're just saying that because in their mind it sounds good, but then if things start to drop, if you start seeing, a reprint or a restock come, or you start seeing, the demand start to fall down, now you're down 10, 20, 30% of your items, people change their minds. They panic. They start selling. They get a bad taste in their mouth. They start to demonize the hobby and say it's all pump and dump manipulation. It's all Alex manipulating the market. It's a big scam. And they leave the hobby for good, and then the hobby shrinks. It's not a good thing. And the hype behind Surging Sparks is the hype we used to see behind, when sets would come out during the pandemic, like Vivid Voltage. And I'm not saying it's not warranted. I'm not saying it's not going to perform well. I'm just saying the enthusiasm seems the way it was before. And so this video is not to say that we're not all right. It's not to say all this stuff is not going to continue to do well in the future. If I didn't think it was, I'd be selling everything. So I obviously believe in it. But I'm also in a different financial position than a lot of other people out there. And this is not financial advice, as always. I'm not a licensed tax advisor, not a licensed financial advisor. I'm a guy in a closet full of collectibles talking to you on a camera in the middle of the day on Monday. And so don't take any of this advice from me. But for me, right, I wouldn't be depleting my savings account to put in Pokemon if I didn't have other cash available. If, say, something in my home needs to be repaired, or my car breaks down and needs to be repaired, or a medical expense comes up, right? Or maybe, you or your wife or husband, have a volatile job where your pay is based on how the economy is doing, whether you're in commission or something like that, whether you have a volatile job where you could possibly lose it or get laid off the way things are going. And it may come time where you are going to have to liquidate things because you don't have a lot of cash piled up ready for something like that. Maybe you don't have, money elsewhere. You don't have other investments. You don't have a house yet. You're renting. You're going to need, to buy those things. You're going to need to buy a vehicle, whatever, right? There's a lot of other things out there where I think people are getting lost in the euphoria right now, and they're forgetting about like real life stuff and what like they need money for in the real world. And you're watching channels like mine, right? I'm part of the problem, I think. You're on Discords and YouTube comment sections and live chats and Reddits all day long, and you're just seeing everyone post all of their gains and all the money they're making and all their sales they're making, and you kind of get lost in it. It's fun, right? Because it's fun. It's fun to get on here and talk how good everyone's doing and say how much up we are on our investments, and oh man, Evolving Skies is going to $900, and it's a great time. It's fun. It's fun to make money in a hobby you enjoy. I get it. But then you see people that are doing it bigger than you. And I got a case. I was feeling happy with that. That guy's got 10 cases. I got to up my game. And then you start overbuying what was actually comfortable for you in the beginning. And it's all fine and good as long as everything's going up, right? Because you can always just sell it and take your profits, get your money back, put it back in your account, and you're good. What happens when things go down? What happens when things are a little less liquid and you list an item and it will not sell? And then you start seeing those items go at auction and they're going less than what you want to take for it, what you feel the market price is. And now you feel like you're stuck in that item where you're going to lose money. But now you need money for other things because everything's not as euphoric and great as it was before. Maybe your sales are slowing down. Maybe whatever is slowing down. And those times will eventually come. Now, do I think that's right around the corner? Personally, no, I don't. I don't think we're headed for any type of turn down anytime soon, but it will come at some point in the future. And I wanted to make this video to make sure people don't get overextended, right? And it's not just Pokemon, it's any investing, right? Happened during, the big boom with the NFTs, people buying, Bored Apes and, crypto punks and all these different things for tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars and got burned. It's, when the crypto craze really took off and everyone's buying all these meme coins and people throwing their life savings into Dogecoin, and one guy, got rich and got lucky and a lot of other people lost everything. It's the meme stocks, right, with the GameStops and the AMC and all those other stocks that, had big pumps and dumps. And it's not that I'm saying Pokemon is going to be relative to those and be a pump and dump, but there has been many times in this hobby where things have had downturns and they have went stagnant for long periods of time, more than a year to 2 years. And so if you're putting money in that you could possibly need in the next year to 2 years, but you're banking on the market continuing to do what it does, and you're banking on, being able to sell it and the profits you can make, It's a very dangerous place to be in. And you don't want to be in those places. And you don't want to be in a place where you're in credit card debt. Guys, if you're in credit card debt whatsoever, again, not financial advice, my opinion, you shouldn't be buying this stuff. I'm not going to say it's impossible because people are so litigious online. They'll find some crazy snenario. Alex, I bought 151 here and now it's here, so I actually outdid my credit card debt. Yeah, I'm sure you could find some crazy, scenarios. 99.9% of the time, you will never outproduce credit card compounding debt with any investment. I don't care if it's a stock market, real estate, Pokemon, you name it. You're not going to outrun compounding credit card debt. Compounding interest working against you. It's not going to happen, especially at 16, 18, 20, 22, 24%. That should be people's number one priority, is paying off their credit cards before they do any kind of investing. Because unless your investing is beating 16 to 24% compounding, you're still losing. You're still losing every month. And so credit card debt, other types of, high interest debt or interest debt in general, it just opens you up to so much risk when you're crossing your fingers and counting on an investment to outproduce interest that you have occurring on debt. And so, those are things you need to keep in mind when investing in this stuff, right? You need to have an actual time period that you can hold this stuff, right? Not just saying 5 to 10 years like everyone else does and just like, YOLOing it, right? Make sure, how's your income? How's your savings account, right? How's the rest of your life set up? How many bills do you have? Like, how stable actually are you to be able to hold money in this stuff and stress test it? Say, things do turn down, things do go stagnant for 1, 2, 3 years. Are you cool with that? Do you actually have no reason that you would ever want to sell these things? Are you taken care of? Now, I'm still going to say, because all the data shows us, in 3 to 5 years, all modern product has went up in value. All of it. Every single booster box has, right? Every single booster box from XY all the way through Sword and Shield, after it's been 3 to 5 years old, it has risen in value from its original market price. So, yes, it's true that everything has went up over time. The future's a mystery. Maybe at some point that doesn't work, but we have been through up and down markets. We've been through booms and busts during COVID, and Pokemon has still performed. And so I'm hesitant to say that's not going to work. I still 100% believe in that. That's why I hold the stuff. But would I put all of my money in it and bank my entire family's financial future with very limited cash, very limited other investments, and like debt and things on the line? No, I'm probably not that confident. I'm probably more confident than most everyone else in this entire hobby. I'm probably more bullish than everyone else. But there are limits to that bullishness, right? There are limits to the risk I would take. And I want to make sure that everyone watching these videos is taking risks that are relative to their financial stability, okay? And so this video is just kind of a wake-up call to say, do not get too wrapped up in the euphoria and the FOMO and the insane price rises that are going on. Like I talked about in the beginning of the video, I just had a consult call with someone, and I was discussing this with them about, 151. Look, if you didn't get in, you missed it. Do not buy. Do not buy 151 right now. Do not pay $60 a bundle and 100 in ETB and 220 a UPC and 240 a PC ETB, whatever they're going for. And I know there's people out there buying them. I get it. I know there's people buying them, and it's probably going to keep going up, but do not be one of those people. Don't be the sucker, right? Twilight Masquerade. Look, you missed it. You missed it. Don't buy Twilight Masquerade $170. If it's $200 in a couple months, you're going to come here and say, Alex, you were wrong. If 151 continues to go up, you're going to say, Alex, you were wrong. I don't care. I'm fine being wrong. Taking on that amount of risk for a little bit extra gain is always a recipe for disaster, guys. The risk to reward ratio is so out of whack at this point, it doesn't make sense, right? Pal D Evolve, something like that, that's a different story. It's getting older. It just had a restock. It's stabilized. You could make an argument to buy that in the 130s, 140s. I get it. But these things that went parabolic. The Charizard from 151. Buying that in the 700s. Guys, it just went parabolic from the 300s a couple months ago. In what world are you convincing yourself that is organic? That's an organic rise, right? I'm with you. If it goes from like the 300s to the 400s, rises a good 20, 30%, I'm with you. I can write that off as organic demand, right? This is so far past that. And I'm not saying it's buyouts and manipulations. I'm saying it's too many people all getting on the hype train too fast all at once. And eventually, those people are going to get off that train and they're going to get on the next hype train. And when that happens, the demand will fall, liquidity will fall, and because of that, the price will fall. And again, I don't know where these things will get to, but you will get caught if you get in near the top. Just going to throw it out there. It's unclear if we are getting reprints for some of these sets, how big the reprints are going to be, whatever it may be. I'm just telling you, there are times in every investment where it makes sense to buy, it makes sense to hold, and it makes sense to sell. And you can make the argument right now for holding some of these things. You can make the argument for selling. I don't see a clear argument to continue to buy into some of these brand new sets, especially with the way the market sentiment is right now. And so just be careful out there, guys. This video is just out there to tell you be careful. We're going to go back to regular market style content tomorrow. You'll see me making bullish videos, right? Because I truly believe in this stuff. But I at least want to have a video like this on the channel recently to at least tell everyone, hey, it's okay to miss out on things. It's okay not to go in as big as some of these guys are that you see doing it. And look, half the freaking people online, more than half the people online, they're not even doing what they say they're doing, right? All these crazy things you hear in comment sections and Discords and Reddits, like, oh yeah, I bought 50 cases of it. Yeah, sure you did, bro. Sure you did. You know, it's just like, try not to buy into all like the BS that gets thrown around on these sites, guys. Everyone always likes to get on there and talk a big game. Some people are on there literally just to troll. Some people are on there just to, you know, try to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with what other people are saying, and they're always trying to like one up each other on their stories. Guys, majority of people, one, they're not buying as much as they say they do. Two, they're not holding as long as they say they do. Three, they don't have as much as they say they do. And four, they're not going to be around in the hobby long enough for you to even come back and fact check later on in 2 to 3 years, because they're going to be gone by then. So don't worry about all this crazy stuff you hear online. Stay within your means, take positions that you're comfortable with, and have that long-term mindset and have the financial stability to have that long-term mindset. And yes, I truly believe you'll continue to be okay in the hobby. You'll do just fine. I always have. As long as you're staying true to your original plan and not getting caught up in this thing. So, hope this video helps, guys. As always, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and I'll be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.